Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kadash, giving double honor to the Apostle Elders, great millstone, peace and blessings, but pushing his truth and sincerity and Kwam, Yashua Raleigh. So, brother in Pash Kodash, coming at you again with another lesson. This time, going back over these, what we would consider the basics, right? The things that have to be broken down. Like I said, I always say these in my videos that, sometimes we go so deep and we go into the meat of the scriptures and, we go into these, but we forget that it's always new believers. But we have to remember that there's always new believers. There's always someone who's still learning, even if they're not new. So this video is going back into reincarnation, which, just breaking the word down, re means back, in is in, carnation goes into the flesh. So back in the flesh, right? And while I will say reincarnation is biblical, I'm getting ready to prove it. Daniel 12:13. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest. All right. So right here in Daniel, the angel of the Lord telling Daniel that rest, when he say go thy way, meaning his job was done. Right? Daniel did his job in that life, right? It says, for thou shalt rest. That rest is talking about death. When you die, you go to rest. You go back to the spiritual world, which is rest. It say, and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. Now, do you think Daniel has been taking a 2,000, well, at this point, of a 4,000 year nap rest? You think Daniel's somewhere in a tomb taking a nap? No, Daniel has been reincarnated plenty of times, right? But it's showing you that Daniel was not alive in the end of days. There's someone walking around named Daniel, but Daniel himself did not survive for the last 4,000 years, and now he out here prophesying again. No, that's not how that worked. But what did happen was Daniel died, and he was brought back through reincarnation plenty of times, but Daniel got to stand. Daniel is somewhere prophesying right now. That's his lot, to be a prophet. All right. Now look at this. Daniel lived from 620 BC to 538 BC. The last days started when Yahweh Shai died, which is around 27 or 29 AD. All right. We in the last days now. Daniel did not live all those years. He died. He came back into reincarnation. I'm going to give you another example. Malachi 4:5. Behold, I send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. All right, so that's showing you too. Guess what? Elijah was around the 9th century BC, 900 years before Yahweh Shah. Malachi was around 5th century BC, 500 years before Yahweh Shah. Malachi said Elijah would come back, even though Elijah had been dead for 400 years. Again, if someone was to come back, and it's not like it told Malachi to take a nap. No, it's straightforward. He would be sent. He would come back and be a prophet before the day of the Lord. Malachi had been dead for 400 years already, meaning what? He would be reincarnated. It's examples like this when you read them and you realize the Christian church didn't teach you anything. They probably read over this and didn't even acknowledge what it was saying. But it's cool because the Lord said he gonna blind them. Some people, they not gonna have this understanding. And that's cool, but we got it and we gonna use it. This is Matthew 19:28. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, meaning they've been around Yahweh Shai life after life after life after life. Look up Jacob and Isaac and Moses and Aaron, and a lot of these guys have been around each other a lot. King David and King Solomon, through the ranks. Some people, they were father and son in one life, and son and father, and brother or cousin, but they was around each other through the regeneration, which is what? Reincarnation. When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So Yahweh Shai even told them in the next reincarnation when y'all come through, which from that From that day, they were reincarnated probably a couple times. He told y'all gonna be reincarnated and y'all gonna be right here with me to the end. All right, that's the word regeneration, new birth, reproduction, renewal, recreation. Yahweh Shah is talking to the 12 about ruling with him in the next life. Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. Hey, everybody that pierced Yahweh Shah with the staff, with the sword, everybody that spit on him, everybody that threw rocks at him, gave him piss and vinegar to drink, gall to drink, more historically correct.